Hey guys, Captain Foley here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 80s movies, 80s movies that you guys want to talk about. So let me know what you'd like to discuss. Make sure you hit that like button when you get here. And I'd like to thank Justin for suggesting this live, Justin Hampton. This one's for you, bud. He wanted to do one on 80s movies. I wanted to do one for a while as well. And I was thinking, I got nothing else to do tonight. Why not do it tonight? So hopefully you guys are interested and will tune in and have some good things to suggest to talk about. So let me get right on this. I got to get to the comments. Whoa, see, that's not good. I should maybe move that down a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's why. Hold on a second. My camera holder is kind of shitting the bed here. That's why I did that. Okay. That makes sense. That'll work. Hopefully that stays. I really need to get a new holder for my camera for this damn tripod. But, all right, so let's see who's here. We got 9 people watching, 6 likes. If you haven't hit like yet, hit like, guys. Come on. Pilskin, Jeff Jacobs, Brian Kesterson, Mark Phillip, Joe Torres. What's up, Cap? Is that the plushy child or the one that moves? Well, it doesn't move, and if it does, I'd be creeped out. So what's that tell you? Jeff Jacobs, 80s movies, I'm down. Yeah, so let's see what you guys want to talk about. I mean, I grew up in the 80s. I love the 80s. So much cool stuff from the 80s, and movies are definitely no exception. Some of my favorite movies are 80s movies. There's a few movies I've seen well over 100 times. Top Gun is one of them. I've been looking forward to Top Gun 2 for a while now. It should have been out already now, but this damn COVID-19 shit, it's not out yet. So that's kind of a pisser. So yeah, Top Gun is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. I know it's cheesy and whatever. I wanted to be a fighter pilot for a long time because of that movie. It's the reason I'm a huge fan of F-14s. I learned everything there was to learn about jets back in the day and could spew off facts. I can still spew off facts about the F-14. Not as good as I could before, but they definitely have an influence on people. The movies that made us, if you will. Chelsea fan 1977 had to pause my second chronological Trek rewatch for this. That's awesome. Fergus Hancock is here. Let's see. Weekend at Bernie's, says Joe Torres. And that's one I haven't seen in a long time. That was a hilarious movie. I think I've only seen that one maybe twice. And I'm not sure I've actually seen it all the way through, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, Weekend at Bernie's is a good one. 11 people watching, 10 likes. Somebody didn't hit like. I don't know if you know who you are. And just so you guys know, for the record, as of today, I started watching Stargate. There's a long reason why, but I started watching Stargate. So we're gonna be watching a few episodes every day for the next little while to get caught up on Stargate. And I think BSG, the new BSG, is right around the corner, if not at the same time. Because you got to mix it up a bit, otherwise you get too bogged down in it. So I'm sure that'll make some people out there happy. Anyhow, so many wonderful movies from the 80s. Yes, 80s sci-fi films were the best, absolutely. Captain Foley, the 80s called, they want their villainous goatee back. No, it's mine. It was me. I apologize. LOL. What was you? Oh, it didn't hit like. Okay. Josh Street, Captain Foley Stargate movie is free to watch on YouTube Movies. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Stargate movie, to be honest. I didn't realize that the Stargate series happens like right, well, like a year or two afterwards or whatever it is, and basically is an exact tie-in. I didn't know that's how the series started, so I'm pretty impressed by that, and I'm looking forward to watching more. Pilskin, I vaguely remember Stargate. Is it worth it? The series? Yeah, absolutely it is. I've seen a few episodes here and there. I know I like the characters. I know there's some good writing and some very good episodes. So yeah, I would say it's absolutely worth it. If you're talking about the movie, mm, mm, it's probably worth a watch. Um, but yeah, like I said, I've seen the movie far too often, and it just doesn't really do much for me. It's very dreary and dark and not great. Chelsea fan, 1977. Favorite drama, St. Elmo's Fire, action, T2. I don't think I've seen St. Elmo's Fire, honestly. Um, Brian says he likes the Stargate series better than the movie. Absolutely. Joss Street. Season one and two are hit and miss, but it starts to get better in season three. Yeah, I heard season one wasn't the best, but kind of like TNG. Once you get to season three, it gets better. I need pillows behind my back because I'm old and ancient, being a product of the 70s. I was born in 1974, so um, yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? Shoot some movies at me, and I'll kind of give you my opinions on them, whether I've seen them, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves. If you guys want a super chat, that would be very helpful for the channel, and I would really appreciate it. It would help me out immensely. So if you can, please do. Keep in mind too, I also um, recorded another Eaglemoss video today. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to edit it tomorrow and have it uploaded for Friday. That's the goal. So we'll see about that. It's a good one too. So if you're into the Eaglemoss reviews, there's more of those coming. Um, Mark says I watched the series before the movie, and then I was like, oh, that actually fits in. T2 was 90s. Yeah, but I mean, there's spillover. There'll be some late 70s stuff that we can talk about, as well as some early 80s or early 90s stuff, I mean. So that's perfectly fine. Stargate does almost every trope best. I don't know. See, the problem I've had with Stargate over the years is I tend to keep seeing the same episodes, and they're just not that great. There's some Star Trek episodes you wouldn't show somebody that hasn't seen the franchise just because it's like, yeah, those are the ones of Stargate that I always manage to see, and the problem is that Star Trek has done the exact same thing, only 50 times better. So, that being said, I watched an episode earlier today that was out of order. I think it was season four, episode six or something. It's the time loop one for Stargate, and that's far superior to Star Trek's Cause and Effect, in my opinion. So that's one of the reasons that decided I was going to start watching Stargate from the beginning and go through it all. So, um, yeah. So there. Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. That was such a disappointing, depressing movie. Young Courtney Cox. We got um, Tom Paris is in it. But I was so looking forward to that movie as a kid because I was a big Masters of the Universe fan, and it was just such a letdown. It was the fact that it happened all on Earth. I mean, they had big plans for that movie that they just couldn't do as a result of budgetary reasons. I just watched a retrospective on it, and the things that they wanted to do versus what they actually did finally do is quite interesting. I would suggest checking it out. I do own that for sure. It's one that has to be in the collection. Frank Langella as Skeletor is absolutely awesome. Dolph Lundgren does make a good He-Man. He didn't speak very good English at the time, um, but Tila, Man at Arms. I forget what the little guy's name was. It wasn't Orko, um, but he's just very very cringy. Not very good. Josh Street. Well, look at where SG1 was first shown on Showtime. It was rated mature 17. Yeah, for the first episode or the first like miniseries, the two-parter. There's breasticles, very nice breasticles, and I didn't expect that. I know there's no more throughout the rest of the series, but still, I did not expect that for Stargate. So Ozzy Madero's $5. What time tomorrow? We're the Borg. We are the Borg. Skeleton Hands. Same time as always, my friend. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 10 p.m. in the UK. So yes, we were doing best of both worlds, but only part one tomorrow. So tune in for that review. Kevin Johnson, comedy Twins, Schwarzenegger and DeVito, and other Reitman movies. Ivan Reitman is absolutely brilliant. Twins, I can honestly say I've never seen the movie. I've seen parts of the movie. I've never seen the movie as a whole. And that's one of the problems I find with a lot of the 80s movies that I'm just not super invested in. I've seen them. I've probably seen them in their entirety, but not all in one sitting. I don't know if a lot of other people have that problem with movies. I just find that something that it's like, yeah, I'm well aware of what the movie's about. I know who's in it. I know the plot. I know some funny lines. I know the story behind the movie, but I don't think I've ever sat down and watched it from beginning to end. I always catch it on TV and I'll stop, and it's usually the last part of the movie you see. You never really catch the beginning. Twins is one of those. So yeah, Brian Kesterson. Back in the day, I liked Dark Star, Slaughterhouse, Slaughterhouse 7, and 1 million BC. 60's, ye, but Welsh. Um, so Dark Star, haven't seen. Slaughterhouse 7. I don't know if that's supposed to be Slaughterhouse and 7. 7's 90's, I'm pretty sure. Slaughterhouse 7, maybe, I don't know. Never heard of it. And 1 million BC, I believe I've seen that one. That's with the giant mosquito, isn't it? The giant mosquito lands on the guy's face, and the other guy like spots it. I think that's the one. Yeah. Time loop episode, best ever. Yeah, I was told it was one of the best, at least in the top three for best episodes. So it's one of the reasons that got me kind of hooked and decided to watch the series. So Norman Buckwald, Heathers. Heathers is pretty good, I gotta say. Again, that's one I haven't seen for a long time and would need to brush up on. Jarzia, what about Soldier, the movie that made Kurt Russell quit action movies? Haven't seen Soldier. It's fair to say. Seriousness, I only just found out that Tom Paris was in that movie. Because of me? Or just because before this? Josh Street, Gremlins? Absolutely. Now, do you consider Gremlins a Christmas movie? For years I didn't, but now that I'm older and wiser, I very much consider it a Christmas movie. Die Hard, I would argue, is not a Christmas movie, and I know I'm going to be crucified for that. I really don't care. Um, I don't care whether it's a Christmas movie or not. Personally, I don't see it as one, but I get the sentiment behind why people think that. So I can't really complain, but I would make an argument against it, just because it's so prevailing that it's obviously a Christmas movie. It's like, well, devil's advocate time. I don't know about that. Chelsea fan, 1977. I watched Space Camp the other day. Guilty pleasure with Leah Thompson and a young Joaquin Phoenix, credited as Leaf Phoenix. Well, very nice. It's another one I haven't seen in a long time, and I just shared a post on my Facebook about Space Camp and young Leah Thompson. Yeah, apparently Kelly Preston's in that movie as well. Again, that's another one I need to go back and revisit. So, Christian Jaeger, the CP Ranger. I just got done with all the TNG movies. There you go. Um, Videodrome. It's Videodrome 80s. Man, you guys are calling out some ones that I just don't know what to say about because I don't remember a lot about Videodrome. Jeff Jacobs says Princess Bride. I haven't seen it all. I remember seeing the part where Columbo is talking to Little Wonder Years kid, telling him a story, and then there's Monteo, whatever his name is, and somebody killed his father and whatever, and Andre the Giant's in it, and Inconceivable, um, yes, is in it. So that's one I have not seen all the way through. I don't even think I've seen all parts of it. It just didn't really grab me. Um, so. Aurora Uplinks, how can you not talk about the joys of Chainsaw Massacre 2? It's a parody of horror, almost mixed with a touch of Star Wars. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I haven't seen Chainsaw Massacre 2 then. Back to the Future, yes. Definitive 80s movie. Absolutely. Joe Torres, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, and Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Agree on all four of those counts. Beverly Hills Cop 3, not so great. But Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, absolutely fantastic. Love Axel Foley. Is that fucking Foley in here? Jeff Jacobs, The Shining. Absolutely. Shining is awesome. I used to find The Shining really boring. It's not. It's not. It's a really good movie. Brian Kesterson, Blade Runner was great when it came out back around 1982. I don't like Blade Runner. I'll be the first to admit that I find Blade Runner extremely boring. Too much atmosphere building, too much. I don't like Blade Runner. I like Harrison Ford just fine. I like some of the scenes in the movie, but as a whole cohesive movie, not really my thing. Brian Montgomery, Death to Videodrome, along with The New Flesh. Jeff Jacob, Goonies. Goonies was good. I remember liking Goonies a lot more when I was younger. I haven't seen it in quite a few years, so but I did catch the beginning of it probably 6, 7 months ago on TV. And yeah, I sat down and started watching it, but we had somewhere to be, so I couldn't finish watching it. So it's on my need to rewatch again list. But yeah, Goonies is absolutely great. The Wraith, good call it. I love the Wraith. A futuristic looking car. I forget the make of the car, but and goes around killing people, or the driver does anyway. Yeah. Again, long time since I've seen it, so I know a lot of scenes from it, but I don't remember the whole piece. I need to sit down and watch some TV. Stelio, Die Hard is a movie set at Christmas. It isn't about Christmas. Absolutely. Jeff Jacobs, $2. Two Monochrome. Let's super chat. Princess Bride. I need to watch it. I'm telling you. 1 million BC had Raquel Welch and dinosaurs. Everything a young boy likes. And Welch was my favorite sex crush. LOL. Yeah, absolutely. Although cave women wouldn't be shaved like that. Just saying. Pretty sure that they wouldn't have silky smooth legs. The Wraith Turbo Interceptor, yeah. Clockwork Orange, or is it 270s? I'd say that would count. And yeah, that's a kind of fucked up movie, but absolutely, it's a good one. Josh Street, Back to the Future was off by just 1 year of the Cubs winning the World Series. I know, right? Having some discussions about Videodrome. Apparently, it was an 80s movie. That's another one. Speaking of James Woods, have you guys seen the movie Cat's Eye with James Woods? Pretty fantastic movie. Again, one I haven't seen for quite a while, but I used to watch that quite a bit when I was younger. Um, Karate Kids 1 and 2, forget the rest. Yeah, Karate Kids, absolutely great. The Stuff, 1983. Haven't seen The Stuff. I've seen reviews of The Stuff by Brian Tenold and Movies with Mark, um, but I haven't actually seen the movie itself. Jason V-neck is here. Hey, cat, boom, boom, and all of that. Um, how about the movie The Final Countdown? Um, the Final Countdown is fantastic. One of my favorite movies, a guilty pleasure of mine. There's a 3D version of it out there that I need to find because I want to get the 3D Blu-ray for my 3D collection. But yeah, the USS Nimitz goes through a storm. It's thrown back in time just before the attack of Pearl Harbor during World War II. And F-14s, baby. Any movie with F-14s automatically has me hooked. And this is great because you get to see a lot of really good F-14 footage. Very, a little bit different quality, but at the same time, just as good as Top Gun. And then we get to splash some Japanese Zeros, which, could you imagine being a Japanese Zero and seeing an F-14? Wow. Uh, what? No Blade Runner, says Pilskin. And not a fan, sorry. Brian Casterson, movie Scarface, if you want to talk about chainsaws. Ew. Yeah. No, but Scarface is great. The Right Stuff, absolutely awesome movie. Stelio said, never seen The Shining, but I like Doctor Sleep. I haven't seen Doctor Sleep yet. But yeah, it's the fact that that's a sequel to The Shining is quite intriguing. Um, where are my likes, says Jeff. Yeah, we got 40 people watching with 32 likes. Smash that like button, guys. And a few more super chats would be great. I'd like to see more than what we're getting here, but you know, it is what it is. If you guys don't want to talk about movies, that's fine. Um, Anthony Lauder, The Final Countdown with Kirk Douglas. Yes, that's the one. Jason Double O Negative. Don't say die. Goonies never say die. The Race, the Wrath. The Wrath was with Charlie Sheen, right? I don't know if you mean the Wrath or the Wraith. I'm trying to think who was in that. I just remember the car mainly. The Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor was the Wraith. There you go. Jarzy at $2. Is Top Gun too obvious to mention? I already called out Top Gun. First thing I mentioned. One of my favorite movies. Like I said, it's one of those movies that I've seen way more than 100 times. So, and I'm totally, totally looking forward to Top Gun 2. But COVID had to come along and screw that up because that should have been out in theaters already, which I was planning to see opening day, but Josh Street, The Terminator, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, I just watched online a cast reunion with the cast of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is just a classic. Absolutely awesome. How about Xanadu, 1980? The name rings a bell, but I can't picture it for the life of me. Airplane, says Jeff Jacobs. Absolutely funny movie. Xanadu, I have the soundtrack on vinyl. Breakfast Club. I didn't appreciate the Breakfast Club when I was younger. I do appreciate it now, and yeah, it's good. Um, hmm. Again, that's one I haven't seen for a long time, but yeah, I appreciate that a lot more now, and it's definitely awesome. Um, One of my favorites, though, as far as John Hughes goes, is Weird Science. Absolutely love Kelly LeBrock in that. Yeah. Weird Science. let's see. I'm gonna skip a few. I mean, if you want your comment to definitely be read, best thing is super chat. But I need to catch up, so I'm gonna have to skip a few, and I apologize. Brian Kesterson Cap, just your thoughts. Tommy the movie, 1975, and Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975. Tommy the movie, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Rocky Horror Picture Show, I cannot stand for the life of me. It's one of Sylvia's favorite movies. It's got a few good musical numbers, fantastic cast, but I cannot stand that movie. I just despise that movie. Brian Montgomery, the Jolly Rogers, yes. We're not talking about a movie. I think he's talking about the fighter squadron from the Nimitz. So, I say again, splash the zeros. Yes. Joe Torres, and a lot of that film footage was captured by helicopters out of NAS Key West. Yep. Flight of the Navigator, that's one that I have not seen in forever. I need to refresh myself on. But I absolutely loved Flight of the Navigator. No, I always get them confused. There's Flight of the Navigator and the Explorers. I think it's called the Explorers. The Explorers is the one where the kids find that alien, like, force bubble thing, and they built a ship inside it. That one I really enjoyed that as a kid. And I used to collect like little circuit boards and stuff out of calculators and radios and any kind of electronic things I could get my hands on, because I wanted to build something really cool like that one day and go traveling. That one really spoke to me when I was a kid. I'm an idiot, I know. Brian Montgomery throws in $2 with no comment though. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Andrew Sepp, I remember movie to South Florida, South Fla, back in '84, when cocaine cowboys shooting in broad daylight was an everyday thing. Wow. The Wraith was Charlie Sheen. Thank you very much, Jeff. Trout Bum Wombat does say weird science. Good. Preferred Hot Shots to Top Gun, says Stelio. Yeah, those kind of comedies are quite awesome. I do like the ridiculous comedies, like Epic Movie and Scary Movie and Disaster Movie and Kung Pao, The Legend Continues, or The Legend Begins, whatever it's called. Kung Pao is a freaking hilarious movie. Some people can't stand it though. Rocky, yeah, I have all the Rocky movies. I love the Rocky movies. Enemy Mine was great. Great flip on typical 50s sci-fi. Enemy Mine is fantastic and by far one of my favorite sci-fi movies. Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr. do a fantastic job in that. There's actually a book called the Enemy Files, I believe. I just ordered it off of Amazon. Enemy Mine is just one of like 5 stories in that story arc with the Drax and the humans. And so I've ordered this book, and there's like sequels to Enemy Mine that were never made as far as movies go. And I'm looking forward to reading those. There's like 5 or 6 in this collection. And I think it's going to be really great. Hopefully it gets here soon. I would like to show it off to you guys. Jeff Jacobs, Rambo. Well, Rambo is absolutely. Olivia Newton-John and Xanadu. See, why don't I know that? Olivia Newton-John is, Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket's a great movie. Gremlins, mentioned that already. Anyone ever see Firefox, old Clint Eastwood movie where he steals a Russian superplane? Firefox is great. I do believe that is, I want to say late 70s, but I definitely included it in the 80s field. But Firefox is one I definitely saw when I was a lot younger and haven't seen for a long time. Anybody remember the movie with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, Spies Like Us? That was a good movie. Very, very funny movie. Nobody mentions it ever. Josh Street, The Great Outdoors, and Captain Foley. You know you would love that steak. Ah, you're killing me, Smalls. Goddamn. Uh, if you like Firefox, you should check out Blue Thunder from the 80s. Blue Thunder is awesome with Roy Schneider and Malcolm McDowell. That is a fantastic movie. Again, another one I haven't seen in forever. I used to have, I built a little Blue Thunder out of Lego when I was young. I thought that was great. And it was always, I always preferred Blue Thunder to Airwolf, just for the design. I know Airwolf's a lot sleeker, a lot more aerodynamic looking, but Blue Thunder feels like a military helicopter. I hate the way Blue Thunder ends, though, with him landing it on the railway tracks. It's supposed to be a nearly indestructible helicopter and just gets smashed by a train. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, Blue Thunder is one I've been looking for on Blu-ray for a while. Brian Montgomery, The Explorers. Yep. Tron, says Brian Montgomery. I mean, Tron doesn't really hold up. Um, I find it hard to watch Tron. I have to say it. I find it hard to watch Tron. The effects don't hold up. Um, the story's kind of nonsensical, and there's not a lot of good story beats. The fact it's so popular and such a cult following makes me wonder if it was filmed in a regular fashion, if it would have the same following. But I think because it was so groundbreaking with the way it was filmed, with the optical whatever's, the overlays and the computer graphics they used, if that's the reason that it's such a like a cult favorite. So I prefer the new Tron, because I have that one in 3D. I prefer it personally to the original Tron. Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood. Yep. Um, him and Mario Van Peebles is in that, which is great. Uh, oh yeah, there's some great quotes from that movie. Again, that's one I haven't seen in a long time. Last time I watched that, it was on a VHS tape, so that tells you how long ago that was. But Gunnery Sergeant Highway, or Gunnery Sergeant Highway. Um, yeah. Lost Boys, another great one. Absolutely. Forever Young, 1992, Mel Gibson. Well, that's an obscure one, but yes, yes, that one. It's got like a Captain America vibe to it. Again, one I need to see. Um, Justin Hampton, Cap, take it you got the gift. Haven't checked yet, Justin, but thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, as I said. Um, let's see. First 3D animated movie, partly for Tron, yes. Kung Pao is great. I don't think I've actually seen Kung Pao. Vance, 1982. Hey, Cat, what about Not Quite Human series? I love them. Not Quite Human series. Don't know what that is. Empire was the best Star Wars movie in the 80s. Yep. Um, Enemy Mine, amazing movie. Absolutely. Guys, hit like. 43 watching, 42 likes. We can do better than that. Um, Plus, we haven't had a super chat in a while. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Saw that movie a bunch of times as a kid, but the dude getting dusted by the wrong grail freaked me the fuck out at the time. You have chosen poorly. Josh Street, Captain Foley. Do the Ewok TV movies count as movies? I would say yes. I have them both too on DVD. Caravan of Courage, well, the Ewok Adventure and Caravan of Courage. I actually enjoy them. I was a huge fan of those when I was a kid. We recorded them off TV, they were on VHS. I had a teddy bear when I was younger, and his name was Wowie, because I was so young that when I first got this teddy bear, the first thing I said was Wowie. So that became the teddy bear's name. This is all shit you don't need to know. But and after the Ewoks movie, I had my mom knit him uh, an orange hood. It had like it was cut like this, like Wickett's poncho thing. So Wowie became an Ewok for a while. Uh, the good old days. Love Spies Like Us, absolutely, hell yeah. A lot of people don't know what Spies Like Us is. It's a fantastic movie though. Doctor, 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 doctor. Yeah. Josh Street, I still have the VHS of Spies Like Us. A lot of these movies that I'm talking about, like Spies Like Us and so many other ones, which I can't even think of, like Heartbreak Ridge, stuff like that. They were all my brother's VHS tapes, and when I was home from school or when everybody was at work in the summer, when I was cooling off in the basement, I would throw these movies in and watch them. Same with all the Star Trek movies, all the Star Wars movies. I just watched this stuff ad nauseum over and over again, and it's it really became part of who I am. A lot of these things, like even if I haven't seen them in years, like Heartbreak Ridge, I'm trying to think of the quote. That's 6 o'clock in the morning for all you people that don't habla, comprende. I can't remember all the quotes from that movie, but and there is no sun shining in the men's John. I forget the quotes. God damn it! I used to have them memorized, and if I watched the movie again, I'd be able to just start rhyming them off. But yeah, a lot of them are my brother's VHS tapes and stuff. So um, They Live. I've never actually seen They Live. I know it's Roddy Piper. I know the quote. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. I only know that from like Duke Nukem, and then I realized that it was from that movie. Never actually seen the movie. Never actually seen the movie. Um, Ozzy Madero's $5. Firefox was early '80s, and Eastwood directed it. Skeleton Hands. Um, Jeff Jacobs, The Untouchables. It's one of my favorite movies, The Untouchables. It's a really good flick. Um, Disney are planning on making a Tron 3 finally. That's cool. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 1987. Yep, that's one I see occasionally, and that's one of those ones that always is on like Thanksgiving or Christmas time, and I always miss the beginning. I always miss at least the first half hour of that movie. Um, the Abyss. Brian Montgomery. I know Tron sucks. It was groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking, but I find it very boring and hard to watch. Um, the Black Hole. Again, the Black Hole. I, I want to say I love the movie, and I do. I love Maximilian. I love Vincent. I love the a lot of things from that movie. But the pacing and the story and the atmosphere building and the long drawn out walking, it's just boring. I went back and rewatched that not that long ago. It's not as bad as I remember in certain spots, but it is not super great. Uh, but I've got the Maximilian and stuff from Diamond Select up there that I've done reviews on recently. I just love the robots from that. Um, Inner Space, Robert Picardo is in that. Yes, and so is Dennis Quaid and Martin Short. And that is another great movie. Well, again, another one I haven't seen in God knows how long. Critters, never seen Critters. Time Rider, that doesn't even ring any bells. 49 people watching, 46 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Good morning, Vietnam. The ultimate 80s movie, Highlander. Yes. Yes. That's a funny accent, Nash. Where you from? Lots of different places. Highlander was meh. Meh jank. Well, they're remaking Highlander apparently. I'll believe it when I see it. Highlander 2 was shit. Highlander 3 kind of picked back up, and Highlander 3 is the true Highlander 2. But yeah, I've got all those movies. Love those. Howard the Duck with the when he flies down the hallway in the chair and breaks through the one woman's bathroom and she's in the tub and she's a duck and she's got tits. You see duck tits with blue nipples. Oh yes. Still love to watch War Games. War Games is another one I haven't seen in forever. Another one of my favorite movies, kind of a guilty pleasure, Iron Eagle from the 80's. My buddy Scott and when I was going to high school, I was big into F-14s. So, you know, F-14's Top Gun, my favorite movie. I loved the movie Iron Eagle. It spoke more to kids, and I really dug that at that age. However, I was not a fan of the F-16 at all. And my buddy Scott was a huge F-16 fan, so it was always F-16s with him, F-14s with me. I was debating which was better. It was just, oh man, it brings back so many memories. Vance 1982. Not Quite Human was a movie series about a scientist that made a robot that looked fully human on the outside. Yeah, it sort of rings a bell, but I need to see a picture from it. Yes, Joe, thank you. Sergeant, you get that counterbound stogie out of my face or I'll shove it so far up your ass you'll have to set fire to your nose to light it. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. Um, Saturn 5. Oh yes, Saturn V. I didn't even know about. I just the other night saw a review on it with Kirk Douglas, Harvey Keitel, and Farrah Fawcett, and Harvey Keitel's voice was dubbed over with another actor. It's one that I wouldn't mind checking out, to be honest. Max Abramson, remember that the 80's had great hits like Predator, Total Recall, Conan, Robocop, Back to the Future, Wrath of Khan, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Trek 4, Top Gun, great times. Yes, sir. TMNT. That that TMNT movie was the shit. I love that. The Medusa scene in Clash of the Titans still creeps me out. Yeah, man. Clash of the Titans is definitely a favorite of mine. Um, the Ray Harryhausen effects a little bit janky in some spots, but it's absolutely awesome. And the Medusa thing is fantastic. My favorite thing from that movie though is Bilbo, or I guess its name, the owl. I think it's Bilbo. Um, I want one of those owls. I want a version of that. They need to release one, a life size one. I would buy it. See, I have a thing for droids. I guess I like R2. I like Vincent. I love Maximilian. Any kind of really cool droid, I'm down for. So yeah, he was my best. My favorite part of that movie was the owl. Bryce Hardy, $2. The Outsiders. The Outsiders we had to watch in high school. We had to read the book and watch the movie. Stay golden, Pony Boy. It's good, I guess. Um, Justin Hampton, $5. Warner Brothers, Howard the Duck, or Last Starfighter, or Spaceballs. Wow, 80's is the best. All great films. All great films. Yeah. Let's see. Repo Man. A Repo Man. I don't know what that is. A few people have said it now. I don't know what it is. Sorry. Family Guy did a parody of Spies Like Us. Yes, they did. The doctor scene. Ozzy Madero's $5. Eastwood also directed Heartbreak Ridge, Skeleton Hands. I have boxes of Star Trek VHS tapes. I used to. Got rid of those. Seriousness, I used to remember the pairings of movies on our VHS. My dad was able to get two full-length movies when he used to do dubs. Yeah, we had a bunch taped from TV. One of my favorites, and this is I'm not really ashamed to say this because it's a guilty pleasure for sure, but it was a musical called The Pirate Movie, which was on TV. I recorded it, and I remember watching it over and over and over and over and over again. And I just found it the other night on YouTube. It's free to watch on YouTube, the Pirate Movie. It's a fantastic musical if you're into musicals. Um, and it's fun to watch it in its entirety because, like I said, I taped it off TV when I was younger. So you cut out the commercials. So you miss like the last little bit before the commercial, and then you might miss like, depending if you're quick enough, you might miss a little bit when you come back from commercial break. So there's a few little bits that were cut out of it in my version. So watching it in full, that's another one I want to get on Blu-ray or DVD, but you can't find it. You just can't find it. I bought it on VHS maybe 15 years ago. I finally found it on VHS. So I have the VHS of it, a brand new VHS of it somewhere around here. But I also have a VCR downstairs packed away, but that's neither here nor there. I do need to find it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but the Pirate Movie, it's a good one. Check it out. And it's free on YouTube. Go watch it. Jeff Jacobs, Highway. I've been pumping pussy since Christ was a corporal. Yep. Let's see. Lethal Weapon and Lethal Weapon 2. Those are both fantastic. Here's another Highway quote from Jeff. My name's Gunnery Sergeant Highway, and I've drank more beer and banged more quiff and pissed more blood and stomped more ass than all of you numbnuts put together. Yeah, see, I need to watch that movie again. I love that movie. That was one of my dad's favorite movies. And I didn't understand why. I enjoyed it, but there's a whole new appreciation for it now, hearing these quotes back and just remembering the movie. Um, yeah, that's a great movie. Jeff Jacobs, now it's my will against yours and you will lose. So don't forget 0600. That's 6 o'clock in the morning for all you that don't habla. Yeah, because he goes in to talk to them. It's no habla. No habla inglés. Um, yeah. Anywho, yeah, check out Heartbreak Ridge. Space Hunter was very cool when I was 14. Space Hunter does not ring a bell for me. Joss Street, the movie that most made kids cry in theaters. Transformers the movie. Dun dun dun. Here they're going to remake The Black Hole. Yep, and I would be fine with that. The old ass retro gamer. Bruh. Hey, bruh, how's it going? Jeff Jacobs, another Highway quote. It means be advised. I'm mean, nasty, and tired. I eat um, concertina wire and piss napalm, and I can put a round in a flea's ass at 200 meters. So why don't you go hump somebody else's leg? Uh, Old ass retro gamer says you hear about Tron 3 possibly going into production. I have heard those rumors. Yes. Mutt face before I push yours in. Um, Vance 1982. Hey Cap, I posted a link to the not quite human movie and cool stuff while on Discord. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Justin Hampton, duck boobs, laughing massa. I love Iron Eagle. Holy shit, am I that far behind in the chat? Seriously? Best 80s movie, Ice Pirates. Never seen Ice Pirates, but have heard about it. Brian Montgomery, have you ever played DCS? You sound like an aviation enthusiast. I am an aviation enthusiast. I've watched a lot of DCS videos. I downloaded DCS on my computer. I haven't bought any of the expansion packs, and I haven't figured out how to play the goddamn thing yet because it's too goddamn complicated. I need to get myself a joystick and a throttle because doing it with a keyboard and mouse just does not work. Doesn't work. The game is free to download though, DCS. But if you want any of the good expansion packs like the F-18, the F-14 is a great expansion pack. They put a lot of time and effort into that. If you don't know what DCS is, it's digital. I think it's Digital Combat Simulator. It's a flight sim for the computer, and it is fantastic. Check out some of the videos on YouTube of it, especially of the F-14. They put a lot of time and effort into that. So thank you, Brian. The old ass retro gamer. Iron Eagle Part One is good. The 500 sequels, not so much. I totally agree. Iron Eagle Two is not that bad, and I forget which one it is where they have all the various planes, like the warplanes and a Russian guy. One of the guys in that is Colm Fior, who is a friend of mine from Stratford. He's played in movies like Pearl Harbor and Thor: the Dark World, Face Off, Bond, Bad Cop, Bond Cop. Great actor, great guy, and yeah, a friend of mine. Livy Julius, $2. So is this the live before the storm, before the Borg? It is. Enjoy yourself because at the end of the next live tomorrow, I might be assimilated, and you won't know if I'm coming back. Andrew Sepp, I saw the Iron Eagle with my father, and he was in the U.S. Air Force. He ripped that movie after it was done. Well, yes, absolutely, but it's just fun. It's so fun. Short Circuit, number 5 is alive. Yes. Ice Pirates was great. I'll have to look it up. I don't know. Logan's Run, 1976. Yeah, that's pushing it. That I would say is a 70s movie. Even though it's late 70s, it's still not close enough to the 80s to be an 80s movie. But Logan Run is great. Run, runner! You mean Saturn 3? Sure. There's another movie. I don't know if you guys have heard about Capricorn 3. Is Capricorn 3? Capricorn. Which with O.J. Simpson. They've. Anyway, I talked about it when I did my look at my part one of my look at my movie collection, which I need to continue that. I got to do part 2 and so on. But I forget. God, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of. Is it Capricorn 3? Capricorn 5? I don't know. It's called Saturn 3. Okay, that's the one with Farrah Fawcett. Gotcha. Capricorn 1. That's it. Capricorn 1. Not Capricorn 3. What the fuck was I thinking? Oh, Capricorn 1. If you haven't checked out that movie, check it out. Especially if you're an O.J. Simpson fan. Zachary Gibbons, The Last Starfighter was a solid 80s movie. Absolutely. Spaceballs. Yep. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. A movie that made kids scared of clones. I think you mean clowns, but yes. Vance 1982. Ooh, another movie I enjoyed on Disney. The Boy Who Could Fly. Don't know if I've seen that or not. Olivia Julius, $2. Watch Space Camp today. A lot of people have been watching Space Camp lately. And I did post about it, so I don't know if it's an anniversary of it or something. Let's see. We've got 53 people watching and 51 likes, so we hit our 50 mark. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Danny Shields, €2 with no comment, but thank you very much, Danny. The Short Circuit movies, yeah, I love the Short Circuit. Yes, I love the Short Circuit movies. Good God. Footloose and Dirty Dancing. Never really watched them when I was younger, but yes, I've seen them, and yeah, they're both pretty good. The first and second Police Academy movies, yeah, I used to watch the Police Academy movies. Those were, I watched a lot of things that probably weren't appropriate for my age when I watched them, but that's okay. Little Shop of Horrors, awesome. Mark, my brother and I taped so many movies and shows. Yeah, we did too. We had a shit ton of tapes. I still have a bunch of tapes downstairs that are unmarked that I need to go through one day when I hook up the VCR. John Page says Christy McNichols, wasn't it? Yes, Christy McNichols was in the pirate movie. Thighbox loved the Short Circuit movies. Glad someone mentioned them above. Also, Ice Pirates. In case nobody mentioned that one. What is the thing with Ice Pirates? I've never. I've heard. I might have heard it once or twice, but I've never seen this movie. I don't know what it's about. Um, no idea. So now I gotta watch Ice Pirates. Everybody's on about Ice Pirates. Who invited you? Highway. I'm not doing this because I want to take long hot showers with you assholes. I don't want to get my head shot off in some faraway land because you don't habla, comprende? Yes, thank you. That's the one I was thinking of. Watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. final season tonight's episode is like a bad 80s movie. I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since season 2 of that show, so. Danny Shields, €5. Flight of the Navigator was my favorite. Space Hunt, the old ass retro gamer says Space Hunter: Adventures in the Forbidden Zone with Molly Ringwald's Molly Ringwald's debut. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to check that out. Austin Zappa's a Canadian saying in Spanish they don't speak English should be a crime. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Maelstrom, the destruction of Jaredson. Never heard of that one either. Old ass retro gamer. Oh my God. John Page, Molly Ringwald, and Peter Strauss in a very strange relationship at the height of her career. Space Hunter: Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Wings of Desire. Never heard of that. Ozzy, take off your shirts, ladies. You're at the same. You're not the same shirts we do. So we'll do a 40-minute. Wow. Take off your shirts, ladies. You're not the same shirts. So we'll do a 40-mile hike. Huh? Josh Street, The Dark Crystal. Yes. Battleship was good. Battleship was not an 80s movie. At all. Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, I actually preferred Conan the Destroyer. Or the second Conan movie. Why can't I fucking think tonight? I cannot get anything right. I can't get quotes right. I can't get movie titles right. It's a sign I've been working too much and I've been up too long. I'm just stressed and I wanted to relax, so I apologize. Some nights I'm just bang, 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 bang with the references, and other nights I'm like, Star Trek II, The Wraith of Kuhn. What? Yeah, it's one of those days, so I apologize. Justin Hampton, $2 with message retracted. That's not good. Jeff Jacobs with $2. Yes, we got our 50. The 80s were my time. Speaking of, we have 54 people watching with 56 likes. Can we get to 80 likes? I would like to get 80 likes for this 80s movies discussion. Yes, old ass retro gamer corrected me and said Capricorn 1. Thank you very much, guys. Olivia Julius also corrected me. She was the one that actually sent me a message telling me 1. She was the one that saved my bacon, so thank you. And she actually watched the movie because of me, so. Oh my God, Patrick, can't forget Stitch Jones, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Heartbreak Ridge. Yep. Josh Street, Flash Gordon, Devo77X. I remember the Space Rangers TV show. Justin Hampton, Cannonball Run 1 and 2. Yes, more so 1. 2's not so great, but and Cannonball Run 3, which is not called Cannonball Run 3. It's called Red Line or something. It's awful. And it's Canadian made too. So, but yeah, the first Cannonball Run, absolutely. Smokey and the Bandit, yes. I think those are more late 70s. But yeah, they're very close to the 80s. I think they're 79, something like that. So yeah, I would totally count those as 80s movies. I mean, they might have been in the 80s actually when they were released, but let's see. Sorry, I'm skipping a bunch. I gotta catch up, guys. Austin Zappa, can't you see I'm no good without you? Don't know what that's referencing. The old ass retro game, Crow. Just Crow. Crow's great. With Eddington from Deep Space Nine. And I forget the chick's name, but She's in Without a Clue with Michael Caine and Ben Kingsley. She's also in the remake or the miniseries for Dark Shadows. Uh, I can't remember her name. For fuck's, see what I mean? I was just talking about her not that long ago either. Uh, I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. Aliens, Crow, The Goonies, Adventures in Babysitting. Oh my god, that Adventures in Babysitting. I had such a crush on Elizabeth Shue. I still do, and that rhymes. I had such a crush on Elizabeth Shue, and I still do. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Becky Schultz is here. Hey, Becky, how's it going? Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Yes. Poltergeist. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Aliens is the best. Norm Buckwald. My Bodyguard. Don't know. Ice Pirates. It has the space herpes. See, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've not seen Space Pirates. I don't even know what Space Pirates is about. John Page. Ice Pirates was Robert Urich and Mary Crosby in a galaxy with no water. Very funny. So it had Spencer for Hire in it. I think that's Robert Urich, right? Brian Montgomery. I was in love with the chick in Ice Pirates. The old ass retro gamer. Maelstrom is in 3D on Blu-ray, dude. You need it, Cap. You need it. Metal Storm. Well, I'll look it up then. We gotta compare notes on 3D movies because I've got quite a few more since the last time I saw you, and there's a few that I want to see if you maybe have a beat on. But Olivia Julius, $5. This episode is brought to you in part by Borg's Corgis. Resistance never looked so cute. Trekyards. Josh Street, The Adventures of Bakaru Banzai Across the Nth Dimension. Okay, I have never seen that, and I should probably be roasted alive for that, but I've never seen it. Joe Torres, that's my fault. I kept you up late last night playing Call of Duty. Yeah, you did, and I had to get up early this morning, but that's okay. Fuck, I'm really behind if that's what you were talking about here. Good old gamer. Cap needs a neurostimulant. Yes, please. 3 Men and a Baby. That's a funny movie, yes. Speed Zone. Thank you. The old ass retro gamer saved me again. That's what Cannonball Run 3 was called. It was called Speed Zone. That's the one where a Lamborghini Countach like skips across a pond. It's like, really? Porky's. Yep, Porky's. Porky's 2 the next day. Love those movies. Love those. And those I shouldn't have been watching for my age. I know that, but I absolutely love those. Olivia Julius, $2. Every great trucking movie was made in the 80s. Like Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. Superman 2, 3, and 4. Yes, yes, and no. And I actually like Superman 3. A lot of people give Superman 3 shit. I don't know why. I really love Superman 3. I think it's fantastic. So, unpopular opinion incoming, I really like Superman 3. Superman 4, not so much. It's got a few good scenes. Plus, his love interest in Lana is oh so nice. Justin Hampton, retracted damn. Was asking about Mermaid movie on WB or the Cool Mannequin movie. Huh? Say there's Stelio. We don't mention 3 and 4. Superman 3 is fantastic. Richard Pryor did a fantastic job in it. I think it's awesome. There's some great stuff in there. Evil Superman fighting Clark Kent is great. There's a lot of good effects in that one still. And the computer thing at the end, the chick that gets turned into like gets like eaten by the computer and turned into like a computer zombie, it was freaking terrifying. I love Superman 3. So I disagree with you guys there. Jeff Jacobs, Smoking the Bandit was 77. I was 14. Well, there you go. And the old ass retro gamer Eddington with his big hair, um, big 80s mall hair and curl. Yeah, I didn't recognize him at first. I was watching the movie going, that guy looks fairly familiar, but I cannot place him. And so, thank God for IMDb, which was my idea, by the way. I came up with IMDb fucking back in the 80s. When I was talking to my brother, we were watching a movie like, wouldn't it be great if there was a thing where you could look up what the actor is? Because I know this actor's in something else. And sure enough, somebody else came out with it. Anyway, yeah, and Eddington looks totally different in Crow, but Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, yes. Labyrinth, oh yes. Young Jennifer Connelly, mwah. Love her. No one mentioned Die Hard, best Christmas movie ever. We talked about that earlier. Lisette Anthony, thank you. Yes, old ass retro gamer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Absolutely love her. Oh my god. Mm-mm-mm. She, I hate though that in Kroll her voice was dubbed over. She's got the nicest voice and the sweetest little accent. And yes, she's absolutely fantastic. Cocktail, Streets of Fire. Um, who are you? I'm your Uncle Buck. Cocoon, Ghostbusters. What about Batteries Not Included, guys? That's another one that I just remembered out of the blue that I haven't seen in forever, but I remember loving as a kid. Batteries Not Included. Um, good old gamer. Disney, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. That's just when it happens. Yes, I totally agree with you. Garbage Pail Kids. Big Trouble in Little China. Yes. Yes. Don't bring that up because long story about Big Trouble in Little China. I was supposed to do a review with old ass retro gamer, and I spaced and I missed it. Turner and Hooch. Turner and Hooch. I enjoyed. I like Tom Hanks. It bugs me though when there's big slobbery dogs and there is slobber in that movie everywhere. It just like, ugh. I'm just pulling out the most obscure movies I can think of. That's what you got to do for these, because they spark so many memories and it leads you onto something else, right? Um, Stroker Ace. It's a NASCAR movie. Yes, it is, with Burt Reynolds. Um, the old ass retro gamer. I got your back on those 3D Blu-rays, dude. Hell yeah, man. Star Trek Beyond in 3D wasn't very good. Saw that recently. Star Trek Beyond was the best of the Kelvin timeline movies. Fight me. Patrick, Die Hard is too a Christmas movie. Come on, man. It's not, though. Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. Um, Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. McClane isn't fighting Santa. It's true enough. Devo 77X Space Raiders. It used effects and models from Battle Beyond the Stars. Ever see Looker, Cap? I have not seen Looker, no. Thought Speed Zone was early 90s. Probably was. But I was just saying, we're talking about the Cannonball Run movies and how it's basically the third Cannonball Run, which was going to be called Cannonball Run 3, but then they had to change it. The Wizard. The Wizard with Fred Savage. Yes. 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 Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Never heard of that. I don't know what that is. I like Superman 3. 2, awesome. Josh Street, Captain Foley, be glad you haven't seen Buckaroo Banzai. I had to watch it over and over because my mother loves that bad movie. I need to see it. I mean, I saw Ready Player One, and they're referencing it, and I'm like, I'm out of the loop. I didn't know that was an actual movie. And then I intend to watch it. I just haven't yet. So. Austin Zappa's Christopher Reeves will always be Soups, but Cavell is Superman. Yeah, I would agree with that. Good old gamer. I wonder how many of these movies Sam has seen. That's why I'm doing this by myself, because either he wouldn't know about them, never heard of them, have no thoughts on them, or think they're stupid. Or there's a few that he would probably know, obviously, and probably agree that are, if not good, worth talking about. But it's not really his thing, so that's why I'm doing this by myself. Andrew Sepp, me, Superman 3 is great. Dad, what a piece of shit. Supergirl, the one that we wish that could be forgotten. There's a lot of good things about Supergirl, though. The uniform's great. She's a cutie. She's a sweetheart. Um, there's some good stuff about Supergirl. So Halloween 3 and that damn commercial tune. Yeah, Halloween 3 just shit the bed. I like the idea that the Halloween movies are supposed to be an anthology, like every movie is supposed to be different, but happening around the time of Halloween, that would have been great. Would have been a great idea for a franchise, if you can call it a franchise with an anthology. But Halloween as a title for those would be fantastic. Um, like 3 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 3 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. 2 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 2 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Legend was great, yep. Risky Business, Transformers the movie, Animal House. Apparently, Columbia Pictures thought we simpleton Americans couldn't handle the love interest with a British accent and curl. Derp. Yeah, freaking annoying. Throw Mama from the train. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Um, Coming to America. Yeah, it's one of Sylvia's favorite movies. Another one that I really need to see again, and I've been meaning to pick up, is Trading Spaces with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Um, that's a Christmas movie, and that's one I need to get. I haven't seen that one in forever, and I really want to see it. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from 1988. Pfft, nah. Blues Brothers, We're on a Mission from God. Never seen it. Don't want to. Big's good. Woody 4077. Here's my hot take. A Christmas Story is the number one traditional Christmas movie. Die Hard is the number one non-traditional Christmas movie. It's a good hot take. Good hot take. I like it. Stakeout. Tango and Cash. Love that movie. That's like the last of the big action movies. Um, that's another one I haven't seen forever. I remember it not being that great. But speaking of the last of something, The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fucking great movie. Totally underrated, in my opinion. Olivia Julius $5. Space Cat. Space Cat does whatever a Space Cat does. Space Cat. Space Cat does whatever a Space Cat does. Sure. England DG. Princess Bridge. Roadhouse. Roadhouse. Red Dawn. The Last Dragon. And Howard the Duck. Austin says, keep going with the Kelvin verse. What do you mean? Stelio, Star Trek Beyond is a good movie, just poor in 3D. Yeah, well, yeah. That's the problem with a lot of 3D movies. They could be a good movie, but 3D is just lost. It's not worth it. Other movies which are completely fucking awful with train wrecks of a movie, but have the best 3D, I still buy them. I'll buy 3D Blu-rays of pretty much anything. Because some of them just have the best standout in your face, definitely 3D effects, and there's sometimes just the shittiest movie that you never want to watch. I'm sure the old ass retro gamer will agree with me on that. But Cocoon and Cocoon 2, absolutely. Love The Running Man. Explorers, we mentioned, yes. Nightmare on Elm Street, the best 80s slasher series. I used to have all of those on DVD in a box set before my divorce. I'll just leave it at that. I didn't get them back. Ferris Bueller. Excalibur, says Josh Street. Excalibur is like my favorite movie. It's definitely the top contender for the number one spot for my favorite movie. I love Excalibur. Danny Shields, €20. Might transgress the 80s movie baseline, but what if Robert Picardo's characters in Inner Space and Gremlins 2 were the same dude? What an arc. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Step up. Have I missed the never-ending story? No, nobody's mentioned it. Godzilla 85, the Japanese version, and not the US one where they made the Russians the baddies for no reason. Dune, no. Austin loves Excalibur so much. There you go. Awesome. John Page, Robocop, come with me or there will be trouble. Come with me or there will be trouble. Dune miniseries is better. Totally agree, Stelio. Totally 100% agree. Not as boring at all. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is fantastic. A Christmas Story. Well, yeah. I watch that every year. Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I used to watch Crocodile Dundee and Crocodile Dundee 2 all the time, again on VHS. Um, I loved her in that bathing suit with the really high, the 80s high, high up on the side. And mm-hmm. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Rosetta Allen, Foley has gone nuts. Yes, I've gone nuts long ago. There's a trailer for another Halloween movie out now. Oh, good God, Halloween movies. I love Michael Myers. I'm a huge fan of pretty much all the Halloween movies except for 3. I don't know why people have such a hate on for H2O or Resurrection. I mean, they're not great, but they're what you expect from a goddamn slasher movie. I love them. I love them. I need to do another live talking about my movie collection downstairs because I only did like 4 of the shelves and there's like another 6 on the one thing and then the other side of the room. I need to talk about the movies there. Um, Rosetta Allen, I loaded this stream to hear Silver Shamrock. What the fuck? Santa Claus, the movie with Dudley Moore. Now that one is interesting. John Lithgow makes a fantastic bad guy, but it's kind of a weird movie, and I had forgotten it existed till probably about 4 years ago. My youngest daughter Cassie and I, like, she's a big fan of Christmas. Her and I are like Christmas besties. We absolutely have fun at Christmas. I'd forgotten that movie existed, so I downloaded it and showed it to her, and she loved it. The first half is way better than the second half, in my opinion. The second half gets a little weird, and I kind of tune out half the time. But the first half is great, building up the elves and Santa's workshop. So yeah, a lot of people forget about the Santa Claus. They think it's the other one with an E at the end. So you can't even mention it to somebody because they just get confused. The old ass retro gamer says, "Why has no one brought up Ninja 3: The Domination yet? Aerobatics instructors being possessed by ninjas that pour V8 on their cleavage to seduce the cops. Gold, man, gold." First, I'm hearing about it. Pouring V8 on their cleavage to seduce the cops. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Christmas Vacation. Oh, absolutely. That's a must watch every Christmas. The Last Action Hero. Hell yeah. Porky's. Yes. Mad Max. Yes. Trekyards. Lethal Weapon. Yes. Talked about that already. Jaws 3D. Awful, awful movie. Uh, uh, yeah. Space Hunter was originally in 3D. Stelio, Drive Angry in 3D is good for that. Yes, I just got that actually. I just bought the Blu-ray for Drive Angry. I remember watching Drive Angry on TV quite a while ago, actually. I find the girl in that extremely attractive, and there's some really nice cars in that movie. Plus, it's Nicolas goddamn Cage, and he has a whole scene where he's fucking this lady and shooting people and drinking and smoking a cigar all at the same time. It's fantastic. And yes, in 3D, it's got some of the best 3D effects. Old ass retro gamer, Mr. Pico Man. If you haven't got Drive Angry in 3D on Blu-ray, you must get it. You will not regret it. So thank you, Stelio. I totally agree. The old ass retro gamer, Transformers: The Last Night is an awful movie, but it has the best 3D around. Yep, I totally agree with you. Stelio, the 4th Transformers movie has excellent 3D. Pilskin, the top 5 movies in your opinion, Captain. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate when people ask me my top 5 favorite things or my favorite thing. You can't do that. because there's so much good stuff out there. You cannot rank them. I hate when people ask me to rank things like that. It just bugs me because I can't do it. I'll inevitably forget something, miss something, or you know, not include something that I really want to include, and you can't win. You cannot win with that. So I kind of refuse to answer those kind of things. I can't do it. You can't pick the five best movies of all time. That's just bullshit. That would take way too much, way too long to figure out. So I gotta say no. Sorry. Patrick, Westerns, Young Guns, and Silverados. Silverado, yes. Those are both very good movies. I haven't seen Young Guns in a long time. Need to watch that. Heavy Metal, yes. Yes. Steely was more of a Chucky guy than. I love how people have their favorite like slasher movie guys. Some people like Freddy. Some people like Jason. Some people like Michael. I'm a Michael Myers fan. I don't know why. He's a quiet guy, just like me. He drives a Camaro in one of the movies. He takes a first generation Camaro for a spin. I think that's number 4, 5, 5. Anyway, some really cute girls in that one too. Anywho, yeah, I'm more of a Michael Myers fan. Although I know why people like Freddy. I just never really got into Freddy Krueger, and Jason is just kind of eh. Old ass retro gamer. I saw Santa Claus in theater. It crushed my soul. Why did it crush your soul? Was it just such a bad movie, or Joe Torres' The Abyss? Yes. Um, Cliffhanger. That's a good one. Flight of the Navigator. Brian says if you like John Lithgow, you'll need to see Buckaroo in person. Okay. Harlem Nights. Teen Wolf. There you go. Teen Wolf is a great movie. The old ass Richard Gainer. I'm gonna look out for the Drive Angry 3D. The people who made it did my buddy Bloody Valentine 3D too, and that has fantastic 3D too. Okay, I don't have my Bloody Valentine, but I just picked up Drive Angry on from Amazon, and it was a great price. So I would suggest checking there. I've got a few in my cart that I need to pick up when money will allow, but yeah, Drive Angry is a great one for 3D. Nick Cage makes every movie that he's in better. Yes. Sorry, I'm skipping a few. I need to catch up, guys. Redneck Trekker, an 80's show. Didn't know you would be on tonight. I'll start with Beastmaster and Neverending Story. Both fantastic. Both fantastic. Let's see. Mark Phillip 5 is where he drives the Camaro. Yes, actually, it's kind of sad because the guy that drives the Camaro, his name is Mike, and he's like buffing his car, and he's like sitting there. He's kind of a dick, as Camaro owners tend to be. He's kind of a dick, and all of a sudden there's like this 3-pronged gardening tool on his trunk, and then it just makes you fucking cringe because it's a beautiful car. And yeah, he kills him, and then Michael's driving around with the other guy's mask on because he was going to a Halloween party. Yeah. Chaddock Productions is here. Hey man, how's it going? Thank you very much for your recent donation. He says, hey Cap, hope all is well. It is going well, thank you. Donnie Pearson, the 3 sequels to Superman the movie that were scored by the late Ken Thorne and the late Sandy Courage, respectively, with the original music themes by John Williams. Old ass retro gamer, Silver Bullet. Oh my god, that brings back memories. I haven't thought about that movie forever. It's a werewolf movie, and it's a kid in a wheelchair, like a powered wheelchair. I don't remember much else about it. I can picture some scenes. I remember seeing a review of it a few years ago. Silver Bullet. See, I love doing these because you guys always pull out the weirdest stuff, and that makes me remember other things. And it's like, goddamn, I gotta have a list beside me as we're doing this to write down things that I need to rewatch again. Because literally within half an hour, I'll forget everything that we've talked about here. Good old gamer. I love Freddy. He's got personality and the most interesting ways to kill. Yeah, I don't know why I'm such a fan of Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers. Um, I can't believe I forgot UHF. Red Letter Media just did a review. Oh yeah, I just watched a review of UHF. UHF is fantastic. It's one of my older brother Steve's favorite movies. Um, yeah, some Weird Al's. Weird Al's awesome. Space Truckers with Dennis. Oh my god, that was forever ago. See, a lot of these movies I've seen maybe once, and that was forever ago. So I remember bits and pieces, but I really need to go back and revisit them. Other ones that have been listed, I've seen, like I said, maybe over 100 times. Um, do you like Michael Myers because he wears a Captain Kirk mask? No, that's not the reason. It's an interesting piece of trivia, but it's not the reason at all. Good old gamer. Is that Autobot symbol behind you with the blue eyes canon or custom? It's canon. It's actually the holder for the Covenant of Primus. The Covenant of Primus. The sacred book. It's the holy book of the Transformers. Does that answer your question? Maximum Overdrive. That movie used to creep me out. Yes. Old Ass Retro Gamer says Silverbolt just got a re-release on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I picked it up on day one. It still holds up. Drunk Gary Busey. Well, Gary Busey, period. But yes. Willow. Willow's a great one. I hear they're making a new Willow movie, like a sequel. I think that's what they said. Jeff Jacobs, if you only had some record of the stream you could reference. I know, right? I thought that as soon as I said I gotta write this shit down because I'll forget. I thought, like, just go back and rewatch it. But I don't want to rewatch myself. No one wants to watch me. Except for you great people. But you're crazy, all of you. 50 people here, 67 likes. That's awesome. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit it though. I wouldn't mind to get to 80. Get to 80 for this 80s movie discussion. That'd be great. So if you can hit the like button, if you haven't, please do. Yeah, I don't want to go back and watch myself necessarily. So, seriously, that sounded like a movie called Watchers, a movie based on the Dean Koontz book. Redneck Trekker, Time Bandits, good one. Also, does anyone remember Ice Pirates? God, what is with the fucking Ice Pirates? I haven't seen Ice Pirates. I didn't know it was a thing. I've heard maybe a movie referred to as Ice Pirates over the years, but I've heard it more in this one stream than I've ever heard the word ice and pirates put together ever in my life. I guess I gotta watch it. Stelio, Ice Pirates has been mentioned multiple times. Yes. Sirstis, The Time Bandits, another one from the mind of Terry Gilliam. Jadek Productions has joined the channel at the rank of Commander. Welcome, Commander. It's great to have you aboard. Thank you so much. You're a great guy. He's from Australia, and very talented guy as well. Does some 3D modeling and writing. His writing is fantastic. Spelling is shit. So is his grammar. But fantastic writer and a very talented, nice guy. So thank you. Welcome to the channel. And sorry about the grammar thing. You know that bugs me. And I do it to everybody, so I apologize. I got a story about that, but that's for another stream. I don't want to ruin this stream with why I'm such a grammar Nazi. Although I might get into it. I don't know. We'll see. Yo, that's Trekyards. I just hope the Willow series isn't based on those crappy books from the 90s. Oh, it's a series. I didn't know it was going to be a series. Becky Schultz, bye. Oh, bedtime for me. Good night, Becky. Thank you for joining. A View to a Kill. Yes, yes. Jean-Luc Skywalker. I heard the Board Queen is woke now and opened a vegan restaurant in Austin called the Chive Mind. Oh my god. Seriously. Seriously? Seriously. The old ass retro gamer. Splash before Disney covered up Johanna's butt crack with Wookiee fur. Yeah, that was the dumbest fucking decision ever. This SJW politically correct bullshit that's going on in the world frustrates me. That's something that didn't need to be changed. You don't need to change it into Splash. Oh well. Justin Hampton, Cap, have you ever heard of Ice Pirate? Never heard. Cap, never hear of Ice Pirates, but now I have to see it after the stream. Right? I know. And Justin's the reason I'm doing this stream. He was bugging me. Got to do an 80s thing. I really enjoyed the last 80s thing you did. You know, got to do one on movies. I want to do another one coming back talking about 80s TV shows again and 80s cartoons. I think that'd be fun. We're not going to get into today. Don't start mentioning cartoons or TV shows right now. That's for another stream. Austin Zappas, Life Force. Yes. Yes, Matilda May. Matilda May walking around naked. It's a fantastic movie about space vampires in the tale of Halley's Comet. The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Munchausen, yes. Good old gamer. What did the Board Queen say to her mate? Resistance is fertile. Oh my good God. Oh, that's Retro Gamer. Here's a deep dive. Dead calm. Name rings a bell, but can't picture what it's about. I assume it's something that happens on the water. Probably a horror movie or a serial killer type of deal. Bloodsport, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Only 8 more to go before we hit 80. Let's hit like. Yeah, we only have 8 more. If there's 8 people here that haven't hit like, or if you have another account, hit like. I'd love to get to 80 likes on this 80s movies stream. Brian Montgomery, you will probably hate Ice Pirates now. Probably. Jeff Jacobs, Ice Pirates is a mystery to me. That surprises me. Jeff knows everything practically, so I'm surprised he doesn't know what it is. No holds barred. Yes. Yes. Oh, Redneck Trekker, Weird Science. Talked about that already. Kelly LeBrock. Oh my God. I would wear a bra on my head for Miss Kelly LeBrock if she would show up in my door. What would you little animals like to do next? I wouldn't shower with her with my clothes on, I can tell you that. Stelio Cantos. Patrick Stewart is in one of those space vampire movies. Yes, he's in Life Force. It's his first on-screen kiss, and it's with a dude. Jeff Jacobs, Ice Pirates got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe not missing anything. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Good old gamer. Well, if Trekyards doesn't work out, there's Pirate Yards. Cyborg with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Jaddock Productions, $5 Australian. What did the Daleks say in the shower? Exfoliate. Austin Zappa's Universal Soldier. Yes. Universal Soldier was supposed to be something else. It was supposed to be a sequel to something, but then got changed to Universal Soldier. I can't remember what it was. The old Ash Retro Gainer Deadcom is Nicole Kidman and Sam Neill sailing, and they pick up a psycho Billy Zane. Best bad guy kills of the 80s movie. I love Billy Zane. Him in Demon Knight. Hold down, hold down, hold down now, motherfucker. I can't do it. I can't do it. Billy Zane's awesome. I love Billy Zane. Billy Zane is so underrated, in my opinion. Sure, he makes his, shows up in Titanic. I don't like his character in that. Him in Demon Knight is fantastic. Um, he's in Zoolander. I'm just a Billy Zane fan. And yes, that does ring a bell now for a dead com. Thank you. Good old gamer. We need a dad joke stream to really break cap. Hey, I tell the dad jokes all the time on this channel. Trekyards is known for bad jokes, mainly for me. So, Ayla Sakura, how are you today, Captain? I am good, thank you. How are you? Stelio, my all-time favorite movie, Delta Force. That's with Chuck Norris, I believe. Octopussy, good one, good one. Any of the James Bond movies. Old Dash Retro Game and Demon Knight is the tits. Oh, it absolutely is. It's awesome. What happened to him? Billy Zane? I don't know, man. Pet Cemetery, yeah. The Rocketeer, fuck yeah. The Rocketeer is amazing. I love The Rocketeer. I got a bunch of the comics. I love the Rocketeer. Jaddock Productions. Billy Zane was awesome in Memphis Belle. He was in Memphis Belle? I have Memphis Belle downstairs. I haven't seen that in forever. There's a lot of movies downstairs that I haven't put in the player. I've bought them and never watched them like since I bought them, but I bought them because I liked them. And Memphis Belle's a fantastic movie. I need to throw that back in, I guess. Didn't know he was in that. Thank you. The Rocketeer debuted in 1992. I know, but 1977 to like 1992, 93 kind of encapsulates 80s movies because they were coming out around then, and or they were made in the 80s and they were released in the early 90s. So it's kind of there's a bit of a spillover on each side of that. Plus, it's all how they feel as well. Tropic Thunder, Roger Rabbit. Oh my God, The Rocketeer, says Justin. Austin Zappas, who saw the last Rambo? I haven't seen the newest one yet, no. How about Electric Dreams? Haven't, no. Dick Tracy. Stelio says Billy Zane appeared in that awful Will Ferrell Sherlock Holmes movie. Oh my God, did he? I still haven't seen that movie, and I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan. A friend of mine is telling me it's not as bad as everybody says. I need to get it and watch it, and I'm like, oh, I probably will see it at some point. I'm just not paying $15 for it because I hear it's really bad. But he swears by it, says it's not as bad as everybody says, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. Driving Miss Daisy, The Phantom, Austin, yes, The Phantom, also with Billy Zane. BMX Bandits, again, haven't seen it, but I've seen reviews of it. I watch a lot of like movies with Mike and Brendan. What the hell? I said his name earlier. Oh my God! See, my brain's not working. Quit. Anyway, I watch a lot of the bad reviews on YouTube at night of bad movies. So, Brian Montgomery, I know this is not 80s, but I love Sky Captain. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I fucking love that movie. I love that visual style. I think it's maybe not the best movie, but it's a definitely fun watch. It's definitely a guilty pleasure for sure. Solar Babies, The Miracle Mile, Outland with Sean Connery. What are these? Are you? I don't know. Oh, Outland. It's with young Sean Connery in the red, like bondage gear stuff with the gun and the black ponytail. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I think that's 70s. That definitely has a 70s vibe. Are you lining up so you can save bullets? What about Alien? Alien's good, yeah. Red Nut Trekker, Excalibur, and I think this was the 80s. The Unnameable weird horror movie. Never heard of the Unnameable, but Excalibur, like I said, Excalibur is. I've often said it's my favorite movie. I just love every time I put it in. I love it. Um, Ghostbusters or Batman 1989. Those are both fantastic as well. Chopping Mall. Again, never seen it. Only seen reviews of it. Ozzy says Billy Zane was the bombardier in the Memphis Belle. Or the bombardier. Bombardier. The bombardier in the Memphis Belle. Well, there you go. I'll have to check that out again. Roadhouse. Jeff Jacobs. Billy Zane was the asshole of all assholes in Titanic. He does it very well. Brian Montgomery, The Miracle Mile scared the shit out of me. Lance Riplinger, Outland is a take on the Gary Cooper Western, but set in space. Okay. Time Bandits. Get to the chopper. The one with the red straps was 60s. Okay. I don't know if that's the one they're talking about, but John Page, The Sword and the Sorcerer and the Tri-Blade Sword. Look Who's Talking. That's a great one. Billy Zane was in Back to the Future Part 1 and 2. Yeah, he was one of Biff's henchmen. Pumpkinhead, Time Bandits, Indiana Jones. Outland was High Noon in Space. Well, Star Trek was A Wagon Train to the Stars. Did we say Enemy Mine 1985? Yes, we talked about that earlier. And a book that's called The Enemy Papers that has like 6 other stories set in that universe, and actually are sequels and some prequels to that movie. So Enemy Mine was made, but there is sequels to that as to what happens afterwards. And I'm really looking forward to that. I've actually ordered it off Amazon. If you guys haven't heard of The Enemy Papers, check it out. It's other stories set in the Enemy Mine universe, and definitely carry on the story. So, ever see The Hidden? No. Toy Soldiers. Toy Soldiers is great. A young Kristen Stewart. What the hell's her name? Oh my God! See, my brain is just not working today. Yeah, Toy Soldiers is great. I can't think of her fucking name. The chick from Interview with the Vampire. She's in Star Trek TNG as well. Fuck, I'm so stupid. That really bugs me. Alien and Predator franchises, yes. Sean Connery movie. That Sean Connery movie was Zardox. It was 1974, and he was wearing a red strap getup. There you go. 1974, the year I was born. The Hidden is awesome. Miracle Mile is about World War III. Stand By Me. Hey Cap, it's 4:42 a.m. Can't sleep. LOL. Hey Dystopian guy, how's it going? Hope you are well. Besides the fact you can't sleep, but good to see you. Austin Zappis, just breathe, bro. I know. I should know these things. It's right on the tip of my fucking brain and or tongue half the time. And it's like I know what I want to say. I want to say. I want to say it, and I get to the words. And it's like I don't remember. It's frustrating. Only 3 away from 80. We can do it. All right, we got over 4 away. We got 76 likes with 46 people watching. If you haven't hit like yet, hit that like button. If you want to super chat, please super chat. I'd like to top the super chats up a little bit more, maybe another $20 or so. A couple of super chats would be great, just to kind of make this a good live. Would be fantastic, and it really helps us out. Kristen Dunst, thank you very much. Kristen Dunst, thank you. That makes me feel so much better. Whew. Death Wish 3 with Troy from Next Generation. Is that the one where she goes topless? Yes. Interview with the Vampire, Mr. Captain 93 says. John Luke Skywalker, High Road to China. I was so excited when it came out. Billed as Magnum's Indiana Jones. It was not even close. This the lead from Dune, Paul, was in a movie called The Hidden. Two alien parasites with the ability to possess human bodies on a cop and one a convict. That's cool. Friday the 13th. Aloha, Captain. Sorry I'm late, says Isleboy DLB. If you're actually on an island and aloha, which means Hawaii, I envy you, my friend. I would love to be there. Darn text limit. I know the text limit sucks. 79 likes. One more likes. 80 likes now. Lance is saying we have 80 likes. We don't. We have 77 likes. I see 77 likes with 49 people watching. Brian is even saying 80. Great job, guys and gals. Ozzy says, Sean Connery and Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. Junior, I didn't know you could fly a plane. Fly, yes, land, no. Okay, why did we lose 2 likes? What the fuck? Killer Clowns from Outer Space was kind of talked about earlier. Dystopian guy. Poltergeist 1982. We had 80 for a second, lol. It will be back. Still 77 on my end. John Page, Legend of the Lone Ranger, where they dubbed the star's voice. They do that all the time. We were just talking about that with Crow, and they're really hot. Yeah, anyway, her voice was dubbed over, which is a real shame. Let's see, 78 now, because they're saying 79, 80 we hit. Damn it, it was 80, now it's 79. Someone's being a punk. Oh, someone's probably being a punk. 2 more likes, now we're at 79. We need one more reliable person that's not going to pull that back to hit the like button. So we're at 79 likes. '79 was a good year. It was the year my Camaro is, so. Anyway, I'm all caught up on the on the chat now. Oh, damn, it was 80 again. I show 80. I show 78 now. Now it's down to 78. Y'all are fucking with me. I don't appreciate them too much. I think I should probably wrap this live up, because the last couple comments are just talking about the totals. The star's voice in Legend of the Lone Ranger was dubbed? Question mark? Yeah. Now it's 80. Now it's 81. Haha. 50 people watching with 81 likes. That is awesome. And there goes my fucking light again. Not that I need it, because we're going to be wrapping this up in a minute or two probably, but. There we go. John Page, thanks for this. It's been fantastic. Has it though? So I just feel like I was like, hey, I read your thing, and then I just moved on. I didn't feel like I talked enough about stuff. Cool shirt, Cat. Thank you. Stark Industries Racing Team. What's your favorite movie ever made? I can't answer that. We've talked about this. There's no answer to that question. No one can consciously say that they have one favorite movie above all others, because I think that's bullshit. Do Bridge Crew. Ben-Hur. No. Final Countdown. Yes, his name at Shuttle's 1941. Yeah, we talked about that earlier on when we first started here. You need 1.21 gigawatts to run that light. Blade Runner. Boo. I don't feel so bad for forgetting stuff. I don't. Other nights when I'm doing a live, I'm like boom, 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 boom. I'm remembering everything, like fucking that. And then I don't know if it's my diet, just my sleep or lack thereof. But some days I'm just like, my name is Stuart Fowler. Captain Fowler, I think. Like the most things I should know. My brain just goes, no, you're not getting access to that today. Sorry. Makes me fear I'm gonna have dementia or fucking Alzheimer's or something. It's one of my fears. Anyway, now we're at 83 likes with 47 watching, which is great. Generally Skywalker. Ever notice William Shatner, William Decker, and William Riker are all really similar? Dun dun dun. They are. Never noticed it, but now you mention it. Rain Man. Yep, yep, yep. Definitely a good movie. Definitely. Rain Man's definitely a good movie. Yeah. Definitely an 80s movie. Running Man, yes. Major League, yes. And Full Metal Jacket, yes. Do you like Silent Running Cat from the 70s? I don't think I've seen it. Rain Man, don't worry, the world will end before you. Dun dun dun. Well, that's reassuring. Thanks, asshole. Justin Hampton, Casino. Casino's another great movie. The Color Purple, great. Nice impersonation. Thank you. Jeff Jacobs, now I want 100 likes. We can't hit 100 likes. We need 16 more likes, and I don't think we'll get that. Galaxy of Terror. It's got robots. You should like Black Hole. We talked about that. I got Dystopian Guy. I know you gave me the little figures, but I've got the big ones now. I got the Diamond Select. I've done reviews on them. Have you checked it out? I got Maximilian. I've got Old Bob, and I got Vincent. And thank you for the other ones you gave me. They're still up there as well with them. So, anyone know what the show Roughnecks is based on? Anyone here know what the show Roughnecks is based on? Starship Troopers. Well, you answer your own question. It's based on Starship Troopers. Valor J Omega. Anyone remember when Explorers, Flight of the Navigator, Short Circuit 1 and 2 came out? No, 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 and no. I don't. But they were all 80s, pretty sure. The Burbs, Strange Brew, Oil Drilling. What? Oil Drilling. Rona. I don't have the Rona. They Live. Darkman. Darkman with Liam Neeson. That was one of my favorite movies for a while. I still had it. I still have it. I got it on Blu-ray. I rewatched it not that long ago with Sylvia going, you got to watch Darkman. It's really great. Put it in and watched it, and at the end I'm going, huh. That's a thing that just happened and wasted an hour and a half of my life. Sorry for recommending you watch that. It's not that great. It's not as good as I remember. People Under the Stairs. Hardware. Willard Deckard was portrayed by Stephen Collins. Jeff Jacobs putting in the Black Figure review, or the Black Hole figure review. Bradley Briggs, if you've never seen the CGI show Roughnecks, I highly recommend it. It adds a lot of lore to the Starship Troopers. Yeah, it's great. It's not the best CG on the planet, but I really enjoy it still. It's fantastic. I got some on DVD. That's another thing I hate when people complain about CG and stuff and shows like that. Like, that show's really well done. And the reason I put the caveat of it doesn't have the best CG, because everybody inevitably says, well, the CG was really shitty. Like, I can't watch Beast Wars because the CG is the animation so bad. It's not. It's not. Beast Wars has a charm about its animation. I like the animation at Beast Wars. Beast Wars is one of my favorite shows. So, Beetlejuice, Justin, come on. I've talked about this before. Another unpopular opinion incoming. Beetlejuice is not a good movie. It's highly overrated. It's not as good as everybody says it is, and I really don't enjoy it. They're old shows. The CG makes sense. Yes. Jeff Jacobs, I think we should do the 2 parts, Best of Both Worlds, 2 months apart. Maybe. I don't. That would give us a time limit to hit that, and I don't want to have that, because sometimes, especially with Lower Decks coming out in the beginning of August, that's going to be really rough. So I'm going to have to say probably not. But Dead Poets Society and Good Morning Vietnam, yes, both of those are great. Oh my God, Beast Wars, hell yes. Well, we'll get into that when we talk about TV shows in a future live. But and Brian Montgomery, the original Star Wars is dated. Do you hate those special effects? I do not. No, but I'm not talking about me. I love the CG in Beast Wars. I think it's fantastic. Other people are like, I can't watch it. It's not a good show. I'll tell you something. Beast Wars has some of the best writing of all Transformers series. Fuck off with the goddamn car, or I will come out there and punch you in the fucking throat with a bus. What the fuck was I saying? Beast Wars CG was very high art next to Voltron the Third Dimension. I actually liked Voltron the Third Dimension. I thought that was pretty fantastic. But yeah, as I was saying, Beast Wars is definitely one of the top three of Transformers series. Yeah, gotta have G1 up there. Unfortunately, it has to be number one, even though the animation, lots of animation errors, lots of problems with the show. That's fine. It's G1. It's got to be number one. Boom. Then you've got Beast Wars, and then Transformers Prime. Transformers Prime and Beast Wars are pretty much on the same level, so they could be tied for second because they're both fantastically done. Beast Machines is a little bit further down the list, but you got stuff like Robots in Disguise and some of the other ones that are just fucking garbage that I can't stand to watch. And there's a new one coming out on Netflix at the end of July 31st, and I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. You were saying Beast Wars was written. Yeah, it's fantastic writing. It was so well done. Character development was great. Storylines tied into each other. It was such a well crafted 3 seasons of a show. It was just so good. Prime is a Kurtzman. Don't fucking remind me. I know. You can tell I didn't have a lot of involvement in it. I really enjoyed the Stargate. There's a Stargate cartoon. Really? I didn't know that. Top Gun, The Explorers, G.I. Joe the movie. Hell yeah. Akira. No one mentioned that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it quits there. It's been a good run here. 117 minutes. I'm trying to do math. That's almost 2 hours, right? Yeah, 120 minutes is. It's been almost 2 hours. Sure, I'll say it's been almost 2 hours. There you go. It's been a good live. We'll do another one soon. I got to finish my movie collection video where I go through all of my movies and talk about them. I've done part one. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. There was a live, my movie collection part one, I think it's called. I got to do a part two and probably part three and part four at some point. I do want to talk about 80s TV shows and 80s cartoons, maybe in 2 separate lives. So there'll be more of those coming out. I might be doing one Friday because we're not doing a live on Friday because we have a bunch of filming to do in the afternoon. So we don't want to film, and then have to do a 2 hour live on top of that. So since there's not one on Friday, I'll probably do one Friday night. That being said, we do have a drunk Trekyards to do on Saturday, talking about the recap of season 3 of TNG, because we're finishing off tomorrow with the Best of Both Worlds part 1. And Jeff, I don't know why I said that we'd be on a schedule and it'd be rough to make it, because I was assuming we'd have to review all of season 4. Wow, I'm so fucking stupid. No, part 2 would be the first one. Oh my god. Anyway, on that note, I need to go relax is what I need to do. I need to sit down. I need to get some sleep. Anywho, yeah, so maybe Friday I'll do another live. Definitely one on Saturday with both me and Samuel. Hopefully you guys can make that. And I'd like to thank you all for showing up and putting up with me. I don't know why anybody would want to watch me. I certainly wouldn't want to watch me. So I appreciate all you guys. And before you go, hit like if you haven't. We are at 85, which is great. This was all about 80s movies, and we're at 85, right in the middle of that decade. 85 was a good year. You got Transformers, you got G.I. Joe, you got a whole bunch of great stuff in 85. So, but if you haven't hit like, and we will Try to get that number up a little bit. So thank you very much. Not viewership's gone way down. We're at 33. We were up at 50 something. People are just fucking falling off right now. They're like, this guy's rambling. He's an idiot. Um, but yeah, thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thank you to everyone who didn't super chat but contributed. You guys are fantastic. And I'm going to shut up now because I am rambling. So anyway, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. And let me get that. And